Thanks for asking. So just give me 1 second, guys, to make sure our live stream works. Let's check from here. Yep, perfect. Awesome, awesome. So Sydney said hello, hello, welcome. So guys, good evening, Theo from Tyrike. How are you doing? I'm very well, thank you. Ram Mantra, how are you doing? I'm just waiting for, let's say, 30 seconds so everyone to join the webinar. Guys, if you, when I say guys, I mean everyone, boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, if you want to ask anything about the markets, if you started trading a little bit how we teach here at Elevating Forex about price action and all this stuff, feel free to let me know. And if you struggle somewhere, I can help you, of course. Guys, where are you watching us from? Come on, let's bring the energy in the room a little bit. Hi, James said, hello, Theo, greetings from Birmingham, UK. Awesome. Mateus said, how are you, Theo? I'm very well, Mateus. How are you? Tadun said, from South Africa. Tarike from South Africa. Ramenda from India. Crex from the UK. So far, not other country in Europe. Ah, there it is. Josephine from Denmark. Hello, Theo. Rugby England. Nice, from Laxman. Aman said from Canada. Wow. Time zone, it's perfect there. Vika said from India. Mark from Latvia. I was about to fly to Latvia, but I didn't go last minute. Joe, otherwise I would have done the webinar from there now. Jones, Jonathan from Denmark. Nice. Jamaica from Rogers. Perfect. Vigas. Barath and Vincent. Vincent, how are you doing, my friend? So everyone, let's start with this one. Myself and the whole team here at Elevating Forex would like to welcome you on another market outlook or market watch, inside the prediction here at Elevating Forex. And of course, the disclaimer states that this is for educational purposes only and not anything else. Okay, so for those who are here for first time, can you let me know who is watching us for first time here? Vincent Zem, hi from Spain. Yes. First time. Vendislav Vikas Masti from Austria. Tarek, first time. Wow. I'm so grateful that we have people first time joining us. From Portugal, first class. Perfect. From Nigeria, Tommy. Nice. So, guys, please, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, for those watching us for second, third, 20th, 30th time here, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Just a little bit about myself. Who am I? And I'm standing here. Actually, I'm sitting and I'm talking to you. My name is Theo. I'm originally from Cyprus. I'm Greek Cypriot. And I'm a certified financial technical analyst by the Society of Technical Analysts in the UK and by the International Federation of Technical Analysts. It's two different stuff. I trade for 12 years now. That's the 12 years I'm an active trader. I specialize in currency trading. Actually, I would say in CFDs trading. And when it comes to currency correlation, I found it to be the most exciting part of my trading activity because, like this week, for example, the Bank of Canada dropped the interest. Actually, we commented on the previous. Who was on the previous webinar? Let me know who was here on the previous webinar. We talked about the Bank of Canada is about to drop interest rates, and we said that most likely we're going to go long on the USD Canadian dollar, Euro Canadian dollar, and all the other stuff, simply because the expectancy was to see a weak Canadian dollar. So we wanted to find strong currency against the weak currency, and we just took some good trades there. On a daily basis, I also occupied myself, as per my expertise here, about market analysis for some hedge funds from trading firms. I create courses for trading, for investing, and now I'm about to, for some people, I promised last week that I'm going to send you some educational stuff about trading, but I didn't manage to finish the ebook I'm writing now because I got caught with so much. It was too intense, the coaching sessions last week, so I didn't have too much time to finish the book, but I will try this week to do my best. I host events with Stephen Inson, if you know about him, the guy who introduced us to the candlestick patterns, John Bollinger, who invented the Bollinger Bands, and many, many other more. So let's go to the charts and let's see what's on the scope for this week. Last week, do you guys remember we explained about this Euro-US dollar currency pair, and we said this doji candle, that's the weekly chart, okay? But that doesn't matter, because when we do this market analysis, whatever I tell you here, it's relevant pretty much for the whole week, most of the times. Rarely it's not going to be relevant. So you can use this information to go down to the lower time frames and try to get some entries. So this doji candle at resistance, we said that it's no-brainer. We're going to look to sell the euro against the US dollar. Also, we explained last week that the US dollar was very strong currency pair, and we wanted to take advantage of that. So the euro against the US dollar. For those who are very new here, I have an introductory ebook about Forex, CFDs, trading, just to get your head around. If you want to receive it, let me know. And it's good to understand how the currency pairs work. Okay, so for those they already know, it's just you already know. Okay, simple as that. So we expected to see a drop on the euro-US dollar, and on the 4-hour time frame, you can trade it on the hourly time frame, on the 30-minute chart, doesn't really matter. On the 5-minute chart, yeah, it requires a little bit more things there, but again, you can take this information and just be equipped for the whole week, guys. So on the 4-hour time frame, the market, I think it was Monday, it was somewhere here, and it was a nice bearish engulfing candle. Actually, on this second ebook that I'm creating, I will emphasize on the two major candlestick patterns. I want you to know about it, because that's in my opinion, if you know these two powerful reversal candlesticks and you know how to apply them, then it's honestly, it's no-brainer. You're gonna be able to start trading. You know, my objective, since I decided some years ago to start teaching people how to trade, it was to find the easiest, the simplest way to transfer the information, but in a way that it can be implemented, not just to let you know what I know. What I know, it's irrelevant for you. You need to know how to execute a trade, okay? And that's my purpose and what I want to make sure you will understand. Of course, I cannot give you everything in just 1 hour, but every single week I try to give you piece and piece. So this area here, this price action was one of the best to trade. This one also, and then on the other time frames, intraday, on the hourly time frame, and so on, there were heaps of opportunities. To be honest, I took a couple of trades here. One was this one, another was that one, and I have a losing trade somewhere here. Yeah. So, but when I trade, I always go, and that's how I teach trading. I always go for 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 reward to risk. So if I risk, let's say, $100 on a trade, I aim to make 200 or 300. I don't go with $100, let's say, on these higher time frames, to when I trade on these specific price action patterns. Okay, that's a different way of trading. When our traders on a daily basis, they send signals, and especially they are smashing the gold there, they always need to make sure that, because they take it on the very low time frames, and they always need to ensure that if the price is going to move a little bit in your direction, you're gonna lock profits and secure positions on a scale up or down, depends on the direction. Okay, so that's a different thing. I see some messages. I will reply to all of them. For those they want to receive the ebook, guys, please pay attention. If you want to receive the ebook, it's a free ebook. Okay, nothing, no obligations, and you can either send a message at Gios at support, or if you want, you can directly use. You can send me directly on Telegram, and I can send you the ebook. Those who already send me message on Telegram, okay, I will send you also. I will send you the link to download it. All right, but those who prefer to send to support, please send that support, and Gios will forward your message to me, and then I will contact you. Or if you feel that it's easier for you to contact directly, just feel free to send me. So enough with this one, and let's continue. This week now we are looking to continue the move to the downside, unless something will change. If the price will move lower from here and found support, and then it pushed to the upside, then let it be. We will just change our biases, and we're going to look to go long from here. Now, the other thing I would like you guys to know is that on Wednesday night, the Fed will report their interest rate, and also on Friday afternoon, the non-farm payroll will be announced, and this they're going to affect the market. The price, they're going to go nuts, in a simple word. Okay, now let me give you a small tip about this current trading week. What it's going to happen is that the market, especially on the lower time frames and especially on the majors, Euro US dollar, Pound US dollar, USD yen, Australian dollar US dollar, the market will go a little bit sideways. Okay, the price won't move smooth as it used to move before, because the market will anticipate the Fed meeting and the non-farm payroll, and from Friday the market will reveal their real moves. Okay, please understand this. It took me about 8 years to figure out how this stuff works, but I'm telling you, this is what we expect to happen. I have traders that they trade on the 1 minute time frame. They send me every single day their trades they take, and trust me, this week they're gonna be very careful with their trades, because the markets themselves, they will behave that way. Okay, next one on my watch list, I have the Great British Pound US dollar. Guys, pay attention to this, please. Great British Pound US dollar. The Bank of England is about to drop their interest rates. I think it's on Thursday. So if they're going to drop their interest rates, it means the Great British Pound will become a weak currency, because when a major bank drops the interest rates of the currency, it's like it depreciates the value of the currency. Okay, so if the value of the currency depreciated, it means, because the currencies they trade in pairs, if the pound will drop, automatically it's going to force the US dollar to push higher. Now, what do we want to see on this one is that the pound will continue dropping here, and if we go on the 4-hour or 1-hour time frame, doesn't matter, the trend already is an established downtrend, and that makes it easy. So we can find some entry point, we can put stop losses a little bit higher, and we're going to try to go short and all the way down to this support. You can copy and paste the levels I have on the chart. I put them for you. It's the relevant resistance and support, but every single day they every single day I update them. Okay, it's something that we have to manage how to receive, let's say, this information. So it's on my watch list, Great British Pound against the US dollar. Another currency pair on my watch list is the Australian dollar against the US dollar, because all the commodity currencies, guys, there are 3 commodity currencies in the markets. It's the Canadian dollar, it's the Australian dollar, and it's the New Zealand dollar. All of them commodity currencies. And this is the period where the commodity currencies are down. So the Australian dollar also, excuse me, last week fundamentally was a weak currency. This week, based on the news event, the significant news event, we expect them to be also a weak currency. Now, every single week, I create a compact like paragraphs that each paragraph refers to each event, each, let's say, daily major events. So by reading that every single day, I understand what's going to happen in the markets, and based on the forecast, I create the trading plan also around. So I combine significant events with the technical analysis. So if both of them, they agree, I also risk a bit more on each trade because it's very high probability trading setup. If we go down to the 4-hour chart on this one, look at this. Lower highs and lower lows. This one, it made from here to there, and it just drops lower. At some point, of course, it's going to find some support and it's going to bounce off. It's going to move upward. But saying that, we still have enough room to keep selling on, let's say, on an hourly time frame. Like this one here, I like that the pattern, it comes to an end. This is the way I teach how to trade manually or self, or if you program a bot, same thing. The trend on the hourly time frame turned from an uptrend to a downtrend, and it aligns with the 4-hour chart. So I would like to look for opportunities on, let's say, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, doesn't matter, lower time frames. Next one on my watch list is the Euro Great British Pound. Now, the weekly chart shows that, and that's rare occasion to see a nice trend on the weekly chart. Imagine how smooth it's going to be the trading on the lower time frames if the weekly chart is trending. And in this case, it's in a kind of downtrend. Okay, it's not as strong, but it's in a kind of downtrend. By the way, guys, please let me know, is everything okay? Because I'm just talking here and I would like to see your participation. In case you don't understand anything, just tell me, Theo, I understand nothing from what you say. Or if you understand something, just let me know. If you have maybe questions, put them on the chat. If something I explain and I say over and over and over again and you don't register it, maybe I don't explain it well, so just let me know and I'm here to help you. Okay, I want you to get it very, very clear and very straight. These webinars, and my whole purpose doing the webinars on Sundays, because I really want to help you here. To me, what I know is that tomorrow, after tomorrow, I will turn on a screen and start trading. But I try to, because I know how hard it is for someone trying to find how to trade, how to bring your psychology and your mindset right. I will tell you that if you have a solid trading plan, and honestly, what I teach you here, it's the same thing, same way I execute trades. I don't do something different, but I do this over and over and over and over and over again. So it's comfortable for me. And also because I know that it works, I try to find different ways to adjust a little bits there and there. So every single and each one of you to have to put this kind of plan to adjust it in your trading personality. Okay, so let's continue with the Euro Great British Pound. Actually, we expect the pound to get weak, and this one here, it's kind of made not a strong lower low in downtrend, but again, if the pound will get weakened and the euro, let me delete this one here, and the euro will keep moving upwards, for example, this was the downtrend. Okay, now we're going to talk about the trend reversal. Price was moving lower, lower highs and lower lows, and at this point here, the price tried twice to move below this level, but unsuccessfully. And what it does, it made a higher high. When we do swing analysis, we call this a non-failure swing because, sorry, a failure swing because the market failed to move lower, and we explain this as a possible trend reversal. So from Monday, I will be looking for the price to move a little bit lower, and the way I always trade, for those who've been here for a while, you know, I draw the Fibonacci. The Fibonacci tool, you find it from there, and I find the 61.8%. Let me just go on the default. So 61.8%, I mark the area around 61.8%, and then I delete it. I also find the inside resistance that it's going to become support, and here is the plan in place. If the price come around this level and I see a bullish engulfing or a candle with a long lower wick like this one here, or a bullish engulfing like this one here, I will just take the trade and I will target the high. Guys, I gave you the whole trading strategy, the way I execute. I look only in an uptrend for higher highs. I look for the swing, the retracement on the Fibonacci, but also that Fibonacci to coexist with a support in the market. Some traders, they use moving averages to instead of support. It's totally fine, same thing. The most important thing is price action around that areas. Okay, and we are good to go. This is the trading strategy. This is how I execute trade. So you can keep this, you can copy paste it, you can screenshot it. I can also forward you in a PDF in one page if you want to send you the 4 parameters I look to execute the strategy. You can do it on the 15-minute chart, on the 30-minute chart, on the 5-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart, it needs to be a little bit more accurate. Okay, so next one, I have the Euro Swissio in my watch list because the Swiss franc was one of the strongest currency pairs last week, and because the support, that's the weekly chart, the price closed there, the support is down here, there is still room for the price to move. So on the weekly chart, we want to find out how and if there is a direction in the market. Then the way I like to play it on the 4-hour time frame, I want to trade the direction of the weekly by using entries on the 4-hour or 1 hour. Okay, so what's going on here is that the market makes lower highs and lower lows, so we define a downtrend. As I explained you before, I look for these 4 things. First thing is lower highs and lower lows in a downtrend. We have it. The second thing, we want to see the price to come back to an area of support, of resistance, sorry, which is this one here, and we mark the resistance there. The third thing, we want to mark the Fibonacci retracement, 61.8% for this swing high to this swing low, and we want this Fibonacci retracement to coexist with this resistance. Now, if there is a trend line in place, we can draw it, totally fine, it's a bonus. So we have 3 factors of confluence at the same price level. Now, what I'm waiting for is the price to gradually reach this level here, and either I want to see a bearish engulfing like this one here, look at the chart on the left, a bearish engulfing reversal price action, or I want to see this bearish shooting star, or a candle with a long upper wick and a small body. And I will take the trade short, which means I will sell the market. Okay, simple, clear, and very well definable. Next one, Great British Pound Swissy. Same scenario. I'm looking to sell this one with the same way. I will draw the resistance, which is this swing here. Then Fibonacci from this high to this low, 61.8%. It's this area. Up this area here. So I delete the Fibonacci. I don't need it. I like the charts to be as clean as possible, not to have a bunch of lines there. So this is my area, for example. And what do we have? A trend line? Yep, there is a trend line as well. It's just a bonus. Now, my plan is to wait for the price action to develop in this area. And maybe this is gonna, maybe the price will just go straight above it. It's okay. I mean, we create the plan and we just, the price didn't make it to the level, so we didn't get the entry. But if you don't have a plan to trade in trading, you're setting yourself for failure. And I don't expect a beginner trader to have a plan. That's why I'm here. This is a very crystal clear plan, which it's I backtested for years now. That's how I trade. If you ask me how you're going to trade an account of $10 or how you're going to trade an account of $10 million, I will say exactly the same trading plan. I will do them the exact same way. No left, no right, no difference. Okay, guys? Is it any currency pair you would like to see further analysis? I will continue with the Euro Canadian dollar and then I will go to the gold. Euro CAD. Last week, we said that the price on the weekly chart was moving upwards and bullish candles here. So the next resistance is up there. And we said that if the price will manage to break above this one, guys, I repeat my words, I think sentence by sentence. I'm not going to say word by word because I don't remember exactly what exact words I used, but this I remember clearly. I told you, if the price managed to break above this resistance, this one here, we want to trade, and how we will see if it breaks. Of course, we don't use the weekly chart. The weekly charts, I just use them to point the big picture and to put the support and resistance. On the 4-hour chart, we take the trade. So the price, you see, it managed to break above this resistance. That was the resistance, same line. It break above the resistance. It created a kind of double bottom here, and it make a new high. So this area here was tradable also on the lower time frames. And for me, that was the bullish engulfing. I actually, guys, if you realize that I personally trade bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing candles, okay, primarily. Sometimes I will also trade those long lower wicks or long upper wicks rejections. But again, everything in an uptrend, I look for a bullish engulfing. In a downtrend, I look for a bearish engulfing. I keep trading so simple, and that's why I managed to survive for all these years in the market. Okay, trust me. If you want to simplify your trading and you don't want to get tired and trying to mess around, just keep things simple. Jack asking which time frame. I use it on the 4-hour, on the hourly, on the 30 minutes. When I trade the indices, I like to take on the 30 minutes. I use it on the 1 minute if I want to trade the 1 minute. I just do the same thing everywhere. I don't change it. But when I trade on the 1 minute chart, I do additional analysis because it's a little, it has more false, let's say, breakout, the 1 minute chart. So, but for any time frame like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4-hour chart, it's great. So next one, let's check I said gold. Let's go to the gold. Same thing with the gold. The price on the weekly chart created this dodgy candle here. And although this is kind of an uptrend, but it lacks some kind of momentum, I'll just stick with the downtrend I see on the 4-hour time frame. And if I get losing trades, I mean, it's a part of trading. Okay, so the price is expected to move upwards now because we are in a retracement or correction. However, it's going to go upward. We don't care. Fit from here down there, 61.8%, and it's somewhere around this level now because there is a strong bearish engulfing candle here, this one here, okay, that we call it order block. It's a bearish engulfing order block, this one, and the price, maybe it's going to surpass this Fibonacci area and it's going to enter right through here. If it's going to be rejected on the lower time frames with any reversal price action, we are good to again continue shorting this one. Okay. So Tommy said, I would like to have the introduction book. Okay, yes. Musty said, first I look on the market movement on the daily chart, if it's bullish or bearish, then on the 4-hour, 1 hour for support resistance, and pullback moves on the 5 minutes for entry. What do you think about that? It's a very specific plan. From what I read here, I can just picture it. It's understandable. If that serves the purpose and you are good with that one and you find good trades or the outcome is favorable for you, then keep doing it. But what you need to understand, and everybody who trades on the lower time frames, you need to, if you trade the 1 minute chart and you trade ranges, or if you trade the 5 minute chart and you trade ranges, most of the time it's not good. It doesn't have high probability success in the long run. Okay, when you trade the 5 minute charts, 1 minute charts, 15 minute charts, try always to trade the trend on that time frame, and that's a key and very it's not a secret, but it's something you need to apply. Try to avoid any market that is not trending from any time frame, 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minutes, 15 minute chart, even 30 minute chart. So if you want to trade ranging markets, go on the 4-hour chart and trade ranging markets. On any other time frame, there are pretty much every day trending opportunities, and stick to those because that's the higher probability of success. Okay. Vika said, please tell the support and resistance zones for gold. Yes. Temi Tayo, just make sure you send me a message on Telegram or send to support, whatever works for you. iPhone said, I do 10% in a day last week from part of your signals plus my analysis, but I feel like I overtrade. Okay, that's another thing. Overtrading, it's something else we are dealing all the time. If you have, guys, please, some people, they're going to tell you you are overtrading or you are not trading. Let me tell you from the real trader's side this information. If you have trading setups and you have to trade 20 times your trading setup in a day because it appears you're going to take the trades, you don't hesitate to execute your trading plan. But if you try to squeeze and find trades, that's when you set yourself for some kind of emotional turbulence. Or okay, so try to trade everything that match your trading plan, and that's it. And that's not over trading, my friend. If you need to take 10 trades with that, let it be 10 trades. So gold, the price on the 4-hour chart makes lower highs and lower lows. Again, we're going to wait for this one to happen. Somebody asked for the level of support and resistance on the gold. Let's just delete everything and let me put them quickly for you. So we have this high here, that's a resistance. we're gonna mark these low points here. They coincide the support, but because there is also this region in a very close distance, we're going to treat it as your demand zone here. Okay, what I like to call it, the buy orders. Okay, so that's your demand zone. This one here is your resistance. Now, if you're going to go to the 30-minute chart, of course, you're going to have more resistance. The lower the time frame you go, the more levels you're going to see, because you're going to see more swings. But the strong resistance and support are this one here. Now, there is something that very few people know in technical analysis, and it's what we call an inside support. It's this one here. Sorry, now it's an inside resistance, not support, and it looks like that it's penetrated. Inside support here, it means that the market, it has a candle on the left and two candles on the right, that it doesn't interact with that swing. Okay, something that I explained to many traders, but we don't have the privilege of time here to go through. So then what you need to know is that there is a kind of fair value price here. On the net, you see this fair value gap, but it's not a gap, it's a fair value price at this point here. And we expect the price to react. We have the order block up here, and we want to see the sellers to take over and push the price lower. These are the levels, okay? Next one, pound Swissy, Great British Pound. Did we explain the pound Swissy? I think so. Yeah, we explained, in the EuroCAD. Yeah, we explained that. Another thing on my watch list is going to be the Australian dollar, New Zealand. Now, you're going to wonder, Theo, this one here, the Australian dollar, it's a commodity currency, you said earlier, and the New Zealand is a commodity currency. So both of them are weak. Theo, you are saying that you are expecting currency correlation. How are you going to trade the weak currency against the other weak currency? Now, if you ask me that question, I would like it. If you don't ask me that question, I just told you the question to ask me. No, I'm joking. So, why I like this one? Because it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks in a row that the market didn't show any bearish candle on the weekly chart, which means at some point it needs to take a breath. Okay, now what I see here, it's a reversal price action candlestick pattern at resistance. So the way I will trade it, I will trade it only on the 4-hour time frame, and here it's a support on the 4-hour time frame. Here it's a resistance, so you understand that the market is ranging, is not trendy. If the price will break below this support, then it will signify the beginning of at least a couple of moves to the downside, and I will be looking to trade short this one here until this 1.09. So this is the plan for the Australian dollar. Now, the way I will enter the trade is based on the trending plan I gave you. Lower highs, lower lows, wait for green candles to appear, and wait for a reversal candle at the level of confluence. Resistance with Fibonacci, trend line if it's there, or a moving average, or nothing of the last two, still good. Okay? Another one, the Swissy or the Swiss franc was very strong currency last week, and we're going to look to go short, means to sell, on the Australian dollar Swissy, New Zealand Swissy, and Canadian dollar Swissy. Okay, because the technical parts, they are all so good. Look at these downtrends. I mean, just find a bearish engulfing, trade it, and that's it. Guys, those who trade the way, again, I don't expect somebody who just turned on this first webinar to be expert on how to trade, but those who take the trade setups that I explained, you can also say, I would like to receive some screenshot, let's say, not of your trading account, but let's say, just tell me, Theo, I entered here on this currency pair, I exited there, and I make, let's say, 1 to 1, 2 to 1, whatever you make in terms of percentage. And it will be nice. I mean, if that's going to motivate you, if that's going to help you to be accountable, I mean, it's how to say it. So there is no obligation. Okay, if you want, if that's going to make you feel good, just do it. Some messages here. Please tell the support and resistance zone for gold. Yeah, we read that. Mateus asks, do you think the gold market can get higher to 2,400 and then continue, get it down? Let's go to 24. Oh, yeah, easy. I believe that. I believe that, of course. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but yeah, I believe that. Ramendra said, please repeat that again. Oh my God, what to repeat that? Let me know which part. Jane said, could you also, Tariq raised hand. Yeah, you can ask me here on the chat. Jane said, could you also explain what is happening with the Japanese yen asset? Seems to be getting stronger after a long time of showing weakness. I read the Banks of Japan has been buying their own currency to support yen. Any thoughts on next week? So Japanese yen, or JPY, it's a currency that it used also as what we call safe haven currencies, among with the Swiss franc and, okay, with the gold. But now the investors, they also turn to cryptos. So yeah, with the gold, we're going to leave it out of the equation. But in terms of traditional currencies, the Japanese yen and the Swissy are the safe haven currencies. So that's why primarily we see the Swiss franc to be strong, the Japanese yen to be strong as well. And if you were here the previous time, we said that the Bank of Japan, I don't put the calendar on the screen because I think it's boring for most of the people. That's why because I know the events, I just say them out loud. But the Bank of Japan last week on Friday was expecting their CPI, Consumer Price Index report, and the actual report was lower than the forecast. And the Japanese yen, yes, it got a bit weak on Friday, but again, it's in the context of a downtrend. Now, the fact that the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar, Canadian, US dollar, everything against the Japanese yen, they were in a steady upward rising uptrend. Yeah, of course, it makes the market to crave a little bit of correction, but overall, it's in an uptrend, the primary trend. So don't be surprised if the price will move a little bit downwards, and then it's gonna just continue its upward move. Okay, but it was a great question, Jane. Thanks for asking that. Australian dollar, US dollar, please, Theo, we explained that, and for those they want to listen to that again, it's going to be recorded and uploaded on the YouTube channel, so you can listen that. Actually, it's live on the YouTube, so not recorded and upload. So once I end the webinar, automatically you will have access to that one. Ramenda, the setup in gold. Let me, yes, I received the pictures, but oh my God, I need to just save them somehow, download them in order to be able to review them. And this one here, yes. So Vedran said, do you think that Israel war news from today could impact gold or market opening? Absolutely, absolutely. We expect a lot of gaps tomorrow, to be honest. NASDAQ, yes, let's check the NASDAQ. It's one of my favorite indices. So again, weekly chart, NASDAQ, higher highs, higher lows. Look at this, higher highs, higher lows. Price has, if it's going to continue dropping, price has moved to go until the 18,500, let's say. So on the lower time frames, the price here on the 4-hour chart created this bearish candle, but the market I believe the market is going to come to fill up this fair value price and this fair value price here. For those who are trading smart money concept And on the internet, you see fair value gap. Guys, there is no such a thing, a gap. This distance from the first to the third candle, it's not a gap. That's not a gap. The gap, it's this one here. The gap is when something is missing. Okay, the gap is when something is missing. And this is what we call a runaway gap. So there is fair value price and not fair value gap. And all my analysis, if somebody received my analysis from here, I don't know, you always going to see FVP, fair value price. When there is a gap, we mention it that there is a gap. Okay, so it was a good example to tell you. And this one, we continue. We expect the market to continue moving lower. And if you want the way I trade it every single day, hourly, 30-minute time frames, and I'm looking for a trend. I'm just patient. I'm looking for a trend. If I find the price action to trade, I just press the trigger. Temitayo asks, what is the easiest currency pair or indices to trade for you now? Depends in which time frame. For me, it's the easiest indices to trade are the US indices around the New York trading session, and actually from 5 p.m. onward. And from commodities, the US oil, this one here, or the WTI. And from the currencies, I prefer, let's say, the Australian dollar, US dollar. Maybe because I used to live in Australia for 10 years and I just got more associated with the behavior of that one. But yeah, that's for me. Also, the euro US dollar, it's exceptionally well currency pair to look for. Nguyen asks, do you trade Bitcoin? Of course I trade Bitcoin, and I do analysis every single week on Bitcoin. So on the Bitcoin, the price is in an uptrend here. Price makes higher highs, and I had two moving averages plot on the chart that the 20 is above the 50, and that's bullish. Also, we have this fair value price. Do you guys see that? From this low to this high, fair value price here, and a bullish engulfing order block. So the plan is when the price drops down a little bit and comes up to this area, if it's going to print the reversal price action around 66,000, I will go long. It means I will buy. But I need to see reversal price action. I'm not placing market orders here. And this is the difference on trading the 1 minute chart and 5 minute chart with the 15 minute and 15 minute chart with the 4 hour or 1 hour chart. On the 15 minute chart and 5 minute chart, I place a lot of limit orders, and it's something that I teach to those they trade on these lower time frames, because it's over the long term, it's highest, it gives you highest reward to risk ratio and more success trading this one rather than only price action. Okay. Sikandas, bro, hi, sorry if you did gold, I missed it. Can you hover it on a real quick? It's on, no, that's okay. Thank you for asking the question, because we are about to finish now. After I end the webinar, it's going to be uploaded on the YouTube channel immediately. And please go. I think we said gold in the middle of the session, so just for your reference. I don't see any other questions, and honestly, I cover everything that's on my watch list for this week. So I hope that everybody enjoyed the webinar. I hope that you really find value out of that, and you take trades based on what we say. If you need something, you can contact either support Giles on Telegram, or you can send me a direct message. Either way, it's fine. We are here to support you as much as possible, as much as we can. I promise that I'm going to send you the ebook. I hope I will finish it this week. Okay. If not, I think I'm going to finish it this week. Also, I might make something else about the fundamental news, and just so you know which are the most important, and just bring your head around as well with this stuff. And yeah, I would like myself, and of course all the Elevating Forex team, would like to wish you to have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for your support, and I wish you best luck with your trading. Remember what we told this week. Remember what we told for next week about the markets and all this stuff. and I'm sure you're going to do it great. So bye, everyone, and I look forward to see you again next Sunday at the same time. Thank you so much.